Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 12 of my university challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. And it's kind of the middle of the night. They're all still doing their things. A couple of them still had homework to do because I had left them in case they got that as a task for the Brainiacs. Of course, those were only Foxbury students. And I had the three Bright students doing paintings because they're part of the art society, and Declan had a masterpiece here. So we're going to have him sell that to the art gallery. I know we can sell it on a yard sale or street gallery, but while we are trying to work on some money, and I think the confirmed amount probably was about 50,000 per, I guess, sim, not just because I wanted 50,000 left for Norah also. And given there's 8 of us and that's 50,000, we already have that, and we're just going to get more. I have Abigail selling the garden. I know I was talking about replacing it with our own things, but I think in the grand scheme of things, if we put a full dragon fruit garden of our own and the high-end things, it probably wouldn't be that much off because there are some perfect things there that are probably not worth as much. So I don't think it's a big deal. I did also see that our money tree was grown, and so I had someone sell off of there. So I need to figure out a plant that we can graft it onto so we can maybe get some more money fruit, because then maybe we can give everybody a money fruit too for when they're finished with school. So because of course you can't harvest them from it, you can only sell it. You can get money fruit by placing it in your inventory, and then if fruit's still on it, then they'll come off and then you would have it. But I'm trying to do it using actual game mechanics versus cheats, because that's essentially a cheat as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, so we got that done, and I think it's too soon for him to release a track. So that will help with his fame. That's what I was saying. The reason I'm not doing it on the street gallery, I don't think I said that, but that is actually the reason, because when we tried to look for his a gig, the issue was that between the gig itself and the audition, one of or the other was always conflicting with school. And he failed his other audition because I took everybody to the sim sessions while he was at the audition, and I think that contributed to him failing it. So they all do have at least a moodlet, or they did. There it is. It's buried now for him. A day of music and inspiration from attending Sims sessions, feeling inspired from the great musical performances. And that was good for a day, but some time has passed since they've been back and it's ended. So he's got everything pretty much done for that. But why don't we have him do some of this? So he has to research any topic. He has to practice debating, and he needs to convince a sim to do something. And our butler isn't here right now, but constantly cleans this barbecue. I don't know if I know the butler's trait. I don't even know. The butler was out here gardening. Let's brighten day and see if we can convince her to do something. She's all playful. Let's under convince to. Why don't we convince her to cook? Let's see how that works. Do I have gardening as a club activity? No, but I do have cleaning as a club activity, and sometimes I find that I have found for some reason when I have cleaning as a club activity, they will do that. Grant, I think you can probably do something more productive, like scrubberoo yourself. Let's pause so we can get that done, and then let's also take a look at where you're with the Brainiacs, so there's probably not as much for you to do. So maybe you need to you have to go to office hours and attend class focus. So you don't really have anything to do, and they're ready. All of their term papers and presentations are ready, essentially, to be handed in and whatnot. He could go study. It's the one thing I don't like about these. It's the dragging. And I know I'm dragging something else. Picture. Oh, Norah started doing another picture. Okay, so Butler, can you come fix this? Actually, that would be more useful than gardening. We don't really need the gardening done, because I'm actually wanting it left in case Abigail has any gardening to do. Let's come here. Oh, she is doing the cooking. Of course, I can't expect her to do 2 things at once. And have Grant study. Not that he needs to for the, we'll do that for his Brainiacs, but he may as well just do some studying Anyways, so, but in some ways, Declan is the one I'm trying to focus on because I need him to get stars, but I did have him go try and do that convince, which obviously worked because the butler is, we're going to practice debating. The butler is cooking, so, and I expect that's from him convincing the butler to do the cooking, as opposed to using the butler transaction or interaction where you ask them to cook and then you get charged for it. I don't know if we got charged for that. I wasn't paying attention. I really wasn't paying any attention. And this is our Colleen's, and she's painting. Did I tell her to paint another painting, or is she doing that? Where is she? She's painting. Oh, she came up here to paint. Oh, she's doing a figure painting. Well, at least it actually is fine because she had to start 3 paintings while inspired, and I think she only had 1. So let me go back to Norah instead of out here. She did a masterpiece. Likely she's all done, so it doesn't really matter. So we're going to sell that. Well, why don't we list it on Plopsy? I don't think we are probably working a little bit with her for her fame. But we've already done it, so. And she has 2 fame points, but she really only has one because only one of them is available for her to use because she would have been at level 2. So yeah, I probably should have sold that. Oh well. And are you finished this, Colleen? No, you're still doing that. Well, you've got everything done for the Art Society. Let's see what you need to. You need to practice debating. You need to debate a topic and win a debate. So, but we do have till Tuesday morning to do that. And I just needed you to get that ready. So we'll burn that. And then we will not release it. It's not ready to release. But now we know. So she needs to do it's rebate day. So we have to buy. Oh, actually, that's perfect. Because I was thinking about buying, let me just get this pop art painting started, a weather machine. Because we had one at home and I took a look around. I was, helping someone and they had asked about changing the weather. And I was like, I'll come in here and get a picture of their weather machine. Well, there's no weather machine that I could find here. I'm pretty sure I couldn't, unless I put it down here with no, I didn't put one down there with that. So it is up here. I did get it and I got my screenshot to show and then I exited without saving. So I didn't actually do anything. I wanted it on this side, but it doesn't fit. If I put this angled like here, I could just put it without using move objects. Let me just check. Yeah, I didn't save. I exited without saving. I didn't turn the move objects off, but it also didn't keep it because I figured it wouldn't, but I wanted to double check. So let's go into activities and skills, and then under outdoor activities is one place to find it. I actually like in Sims 4 that you can find things in multiple places because you don't always know where things are. So there, that works. It would have been nice to have had it angled, but yeah, I can't do that. Not without the move objects sheet, so it'll be fine the way it is. So, Freddie, what were you doing anyways? Probably nothing. Just your own thing, but then helped us get our rebate day, so I'm glad I didn't actually do it. So, why don't you come here and do an instant upgrade, and then we can, if we need it, we will do what we need to do with it. I was almost going to move some of these easels downstairs. And look, she's just a painting machine. Just painting. There's no stopping her now that I've started her. She just keeps painting. She seems to love it. I think we need to get her. I'm thinking based on the value of her paintings. I'm wondering if she doesn't have the trait that I find makes them worth more. The marketable trait, and she does not have the marketable trait, so we'll get that. And I think I've said this before, I don't tend to get creative visionary because in the past when I have got it, I actually found that my Sims bestsellers and masterpieces, the number went down, so I don't like it. I don't get it. I find between marketable and having the home studio lot trait, I get quite a few masterpieces and bestsellers without my Sims having that, and I'd hate to break them. I hate to break that trend by doing. So we now have the start of term. So I know I have 3 Sims who go to school at 8 a.m. on Mondays, and that is Colleen, Freddie, and Grant. Right. And she is like, seriously, what are you painting? Well, obviously you're painting a real painting because it was small. So we knew that it wasn't another figure painting. So I think for now, why don't you come here and you may as well sell that to collector and sell this to collector. And this one is Norah's, so Norah can sell that herself to the collector. And we will just grab the painting I put in Colleen's inventory that she was working on, and it was in my way at the time. So there we go. We'll put it there. And that's Colleen, so she may as well sell that to the collector. Oh, she made a cake. We'll stick it in the fridge. Not that a cake is very useful. Let me double check that those who I told to do homework actually got their homework done. So Abigail, because it's a bit late if I didn't. Yes, you did. And I just had it. Bonnie, she I think was working on it, fingers crossed. Yep, she's done. And then I think the other one was Grant. And he is done too. So yay. Good thing. And the one of them didn't get it marked. Like I think it was Bonnie. No, Bonnie did. Someone I had doing homework and it didn't seem to count it. But maybe it was just a delayed response. Oh, or maybe it was Abigail. Because I thought I had told someone to do it and they didn't. Well, they did it, but it didn't count is what I'm trying to say. So when is Colleen? Abigail is not the one with a class. I don't know that she's going to be able to study for 2 hours anyways, because it's just under 2 hours, and because we're in the neighborhood, she's going to go early, so I'll leave her to not worry about that. But she has to attend a class while focused. So why don't we ask for gardening tips, check pockets for seeds, and ponder moves. And then, of course, the easiest thing for us to do for getting everybody focused is to come here and go under clubs and set club vibe. We're going to set a focused vibe, and that should make everybody pretty focused. And hopefully that will work with most of them, that they will be focused. Since this is sitting out, we're going to put it away, and then we'll see who needs. Oh, well, we have a work from home. Work from home. Did she get... See, she got it again. I looked. She definitely had her work done. In fact, I don't have that happen with all my Sims, but Abigail seems to have it happen to a lot. But she definitely did her work, because I had checked before. Yeah. Well, we have to take a cutting, and I actually want to take a cutting. Is this just a regular? We are going to supercell. And then we are going to fertilize with I know it's only sage, but I'm fertilizing it when I find it with a dragon fruit. And then when I've done that, I'm going to graft onto that. I'm going to take a cutting from, well, we should sell all first. And then we will take that cutting. She has something in her inventory to graft, so let me check. Because it says graft. Did I already take a cutting? No, it was from the, so we'll take that cutting. You just can kill the plants if you take too many cuttings. So, and we got a rebate of 150 from buying that machine. So we're going to take a cutting like we need to. And Declan has an opportunity. We need to set them to be, either actively listening or taking notes. But we're just going to take notes. And Declan, my boy, is it time for you to release that track? It is. So let's do that. Have you practiced debating for 2 hours? Yep. So we'll stop that. Forget about them when they do things that don't have a timer turning off. You want to earn money from, well, that's fine, because I have been having you sell the paintings, so that's okay. And you may as well produce that new track. And Freddie got to level 3 of parenting. Yay. And we have Norah starts at 9:30. What are you doing, Norah? You know what, Norah? You're probably not going to have time. I was going to say you should rally the troops, but you have to leave at 9:30. How about you, Edward? What are you doing? You're playing Sim Scuffle. You know what? You're close, and you mustn't have a class soon because you should have left already if you did. So why don't you come rally the troops? And what do you want to do? You want to buy a sprinkler. Nah, that's not really very useful. Oh, so they got the good message for all of them. So I assume we're all on time because I didn't see any flashing red. And rally the troops. And we have 3 who go to classes at 9:30, which obviously 1 is Norah. 1 is Freddie, since he's already there. And I had just looked. And Norah, you need to get your class. Why don't you just transportate down to the main floor? Instead of walking out. Okay, take notes. All right, so we got that done. So Colleen. All right, Declan, we'll burn that track. You've done that long enough. And your class is at 1:30. Right, no, it's at 11 and then 1:30. So he has classes kind of back to back from 11 and 1:30. But he has a little bit of time right now. And there we go. Because we have another 3 at 11. You don't need to do that. If anything, this is not your painting, so we won't have you. We'll put this here. Why don't you do a medium abstract? So with Declan, I'm kind of trying to see which will happen first. Will we book the gig so that he actually does his audition / gig, of course, being on the weekend? Or can he get to level 3? I find getting from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 takes the longest. Once I get to 3, I get the trait or the perk where they can stream for 24 hours, which I guess he can only do on the weekend. If he doesn't go to a gig, which he probably will. So that won't work as well for him. The charity stream, I find that really helps boost them up a lot. And I guess, is he waiting for his next class? He's doing his homework. And your next class, Grant, is at 11. So you can just stay there. That's fine. So they're going to get through the rest of their school day because I'd like to get through it. And I will be back once they are back, unless something, really exciting happens. So they're at their last class of the day. There was 5 of them who had classes at 3 p.m. Grant wanted to release a track. I hadn't been doing that with him, but I have now. And I also since he wanted to, I just had him burn another one just to be part of my burning people. So I like to do them right away, as you know. But his fun was really bad. But he also was supposed to make friends with 2 of his teammates. And he has a couple of hours. So why don't we, and he's already done this practice kicking or juggling, but why don't we invite some of his teammates over? So let's go on the work tab. And maybe we'll invite 2. Invite to hang out. I don't know their traits. Do I know their traits? I wish, yeah. I know you can open the sim profile, but it's kind of I don't feel like it. So we're just going to do this. We may probably not have met them or know their traits anyways because of the fact that they would have just shown up on his panel because of him joining. He's making the same painting here as I think that was Norah made that. Okay, so 2 of them were late for the last class, Norah being one of them, because she was downstairs, and again, instead of transporting out of the house, she walked all the way out of the house and was late. But they still, and I think it was Edward, maybe. It doesn't really matter. I made a note, but they still all got the turned in homework confidently, squeezed every bit of knowledge they could out of it, and blah, blah, blah. Same message, even though they were a little late. So yay for that. Now, Norah, I keep forgetting when you work. 3 days, because you work Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and we took a day off, of course. So what you probably should do is go tutor students after we check your needs. They could be a lot worse, but we're going to just rally the troops just to be, good. I don't know what she needs to do for debate. She needs to research a topic and practice debating. Yeah, I did get someone, they've leveled, a few of them have leveled up. So that's one of the Sims. And there's the other one. Okay, so Norah, you're going to go off to tutor. And why don't you tutor mixology, since that is, what your job is. Okay, all right. Now, Grant, you know her, so I want someone else who's here. Okay, first off, everybody come home. You don't need to be out. Freddie in particular, we need to take a look at his needs. Freddie, oh, he also needs some fun. And I don't know if he did what he needed. He did do what he needed to do. So why don't you just come play a game? And I will probably have to pay attention. Maybe just watch TV, because that doesn't seem to take as long as playing a game, and he might actually stop that a little bit better. So we're going to have him. He's interested in music, so he's going to watch some music TV. And okay, so what I wanted was someone here. You're doing that practicing debating. Norah, I asked you to go off. Declan, you're painting. You can stop painting for a minute, and you already know her. Where's the other person? Where's the other one? Do we have the house locked or not? Nope, we don't have it locked. So they could have come in the house, and it could be anywhere. Oh, she's down here. Do we know her? No. So why don't you come do a cheerful introduction so we can find out her traits. And since you know the other Sim, you maybe know her traits already. But it's easiest to find them out when you're talking to them. Okay, so Grant, you're the one who needs to make friends. So why don't you come here and discuss soccer strategies. And actually, since you guys are all here now, you can do a cheerful introduction, and we can easily find out her traits. Of course, that's respectful. Okay, so that's fine. Oh, and he has to go. Oh, he can work from home. He's working from home. I way prefer working from home. I forgot that was a thing. I forgot that. Oh, that's way better. Oh, that's so much better. So you get your fun playing your Sims scuffle with the team. Yay. So play Sims with the team. So that's actually really good. I have done it. It's just been a while. It was like kind of after the pack came out. I did it with, I think, a couple of Sims, but yeah. Anyways, but we're actually going to leave this part here. They made it through their first day with, great results for all of their classes. In the next part for Tuesday, they'll be doing, we're going to start trying to work on getting their presentations presented and submitting their term papers. But I usually like to do that after their first class. It may be just that it just needs to happen after the term starts. They are supposed to fix that issue with the game update, the issue where Sims are failing even though they do everything. And I had heard that one thing that might contribute is if you have presentations and papers, if you submit them too early, which is one of the reasons I try not to. So, but not that that's like a definite, it's just that I've heard that. And I, so far, knock on wood, haven't had problems. And yeah, so we'll be getting into doing those types of things. And we'll see how that goes. But that is going to be it for this part. Leave a like if you like the video. It really helps with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye.